Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will show you how I set up my new planner for 2021. It's nothing super special. I'm very minimalistic about these things, but I thought it would be, a fun video to make. This is my the one I used last year. I started it in May because the moleskin that I was using before that, it ended in May, so I needed a new one. And I usually just get a moleskin, but I thought I would try something different. So I found this Russian company, Falafel, and they make the journals in Moscow, which I thought was very nice. And it was much cheaper than a moleskin, and actually is such a good quality. Ignore this. The pages are very thick, and I really liked it. So here's a quick flip through my last year's bullet journal all over the place. This is the new one I bought for 2021. Quickly about like pens and stuff. I used a mechanical pencil. I do have the Muji 0.5 gel pen, but it doesn't work well with highlighters. They bleed into them. Is that what it's called? They get smudged basically. So actually this year I found these super cheap gel pens in a supermarket. I don't know if they can be found anywhere else. They're a Korean brand, and these are sold specifically as the perfect pens for exams. Like we have the exam YEGE, which is kind of like the Russian equivalent of the SATs, and for those exams you do need to use a black gel pen, and these are like perfect for those exams because these gel pens dry really fast, and so these are perfect to use with highlighters. So that's what I usually use for bullet journals. I do have two midliners. I have a bunch of the Stabilo Swing Cool pastel colors, which I love to use for bullet journaling. I have a correction tape. I have 3 Tombow markers. These have brush pens on one side and like a usual felt pen on the others. I do want to get more of these later on. There are so many colors available, and yeah, I just need to sit down and choose and buy them. Then I have these silver and gold pens that I just randomly found in the supermarket ones. Centro pen. And I also have this Stabilo size small pen. So for any like creative part of my bullet journal, I do get my inspiration from Pinterest. So here is the first page. This sticker doesn't belong here. I just have my phone number here, and you don't need to know that, so I covered it up. And I really liked these little rainbows. Then I have a cheat just so I know, where is the center of the page and all of those things. Word of the year for this year is joy. Very excited about it. I've yet to write here my manifestations. I do have my manifestations ready to go. I just need to transfer them in here from my old journal. Then I have a future log. I have never done future logs in my bullet journals before, but I really feel like this will be super helpful, and it just has all the months of this year, and I sort of started mapping out the birthdays and stuff. I think this will be very useful. Then I have my books pages. So last year I read 180 pages, and I needed 8 pages to fill them in. This year I'm planning to read less than that. So if I use all of these 4 pages, it will be like 140 books, which is already more than I would like to read this year. So I stopped coloring these things here, just so if I read more I can add more. If not, I can do like a reading review when I'm done. And these columns, this will be the title. I do want to track the genres that I read, so I have one for genre and of course my rating. Then I have a similar thing for movies. I don't watch a lot of movies, so just 2 pages is enough. As you can see, I've already watched 2 movies. I already hated one of them, which was The Witches. I don't recommend that movie. Then something new that I've never done before is a lunar calendar. I don't know much about the moon, but I want to learn. So for this page, I wrote down all the like half moon, new moon, and full moons of this year. And on this page, this would be like an information page. I've not finished yet, but under all of these moons, I planned to write, you know, what they mean and what you kind of should be doing for this. Like, I know that new moon is time to set intentions, and for full moon you're supposed to write down all the things that you're grateful for, stuff like that. I just want to be more aware of the lunar things. Then again, these 2 don't belong here, but I'm covering up information. So I started a 12-week fitness program a few weeks ago. I'm on week 4 right now, and I do want to keep track of my weight and measurements, and I already started filling this in, so that's why I'm covering it up. And yeah, I'm actually really excited about this. Then we get into the month. This page is sort of awkward, but there's like a Happy New Year, January, little artwork that also I stole from Pinterest, and a little overview of the month. And then I get into week by week. So I always do this. I've been doing this sort of setup for about a year now, and it really works for me. It does change a little bit depending on what I need from my bullet journal. But pretty much always I have my days of the week. I also always have a good week, bad week. It's something I stole from my favorite podcast, The Lady Gang. Every episode, they start with a good week, bad week, which is basically, you know, a good thing that happened this week and a bad thing that happened this week. It can be, you know, the best thing that happened and the worst thing that happened, or just something that gave you, you know, strong positive emotions and negative emotions. I found that it's so helpful and so nice to do that. Even when you feel like your week has been terrible, having to find something good that happened is always helpful. And it also makes it easier to remember the weeks, if that makes sense. Then I have books, movies, TV. As you can see, I left the more space for books because I do read more than I watch movies or TV shows. I used to only write in the books that I finished. So if I, you know, finished a book, I would write it in. But this year I'm gonna try and just write down whatever I'm currently reading, not just what I finished. I did not watch any movies this week. And I just finished my probably like 5th rewatch of Gilmore Girls, so yay me. And here I like to track some things. MP stands for morning pages. Ideally, I would like to write morning pages every single day. Some weeks that doesn't really happen, but this gives me an idea of how well I did. I also have walk, workout, and I left the bottom 2 blank because I'm currently not tracking anything else, but if I think of something, I like to have the option. And basically that's how I do every week. And this is where I stopped setting up. So after the month is over, I want to have a page that would have the like sort of like the good week, bad week, but for the whole month of January. I would choose like a good thing that happened and a bad thing that happened. That's why it's blank, because I don't yet know what exactly I want to include. Then this will just have February and a little 1 month at a glance. And I plan to continue that kind of setup for the rest of the year. And like over here will be the last week of December. I will probably have some kind of recap or something. Again, I'm leaving blank space because I'm not sure what I want to include then. And here we'll start the rest of the journal for anything else that I might need it for. Here I did a post-it with like ideas that I could include. I have, you know, a list of movies, TV shows that I want to watch. Gift ideas, it's something I like to always keep track throughout the year. for my family and close friends. If I ever, you know, get an idea for a gift for someone that would be perfect, I write it down, so when it's time to give them a present, I have a list. Then list of affirmations, a wish list, and then I thought of doing like a separate notebook for just like booktube and bookish things, but I thought, you know, why would I do that? I have space. So for books, I would do a list of all physical books that are unread on my shelves, a list of all unread ebooks, video ideas, which is probably what will take most of this space. And yeah, that's it for my 2021 setup. Oh, I wanted to mention, because this is the usual setup I have for my weeks, I do this by hand because I have this set up every single week. I made a little cheat sheet right here in the back, which is basically just shows, you know, where the days of the week are and where all of these little elements are, just so I don't have to keep, you know, bending pages and see where it corresponds. So I thought that would be helpful to have. Anyway, this is it for my 2021 bullet journal. I hope this was interesting. Again, as I said, I'm very minimalistic about these things. I don't really do much. I like to do some little artwork every month that, again, I steal from Pinterest because I'm not someone who's good at drawing. Like these things from last year. Here was November, October, September was boring. My favorite probably was June, because I got to do this little hand, and because it was Pride Month, I also did a little pride flag in the hand. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I hope this was interesting, and I will see you in my next video.